This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe. If you're a current subscriber, what's up? You know the routine. Come on in, make yourself at home. This week takes me to a couple pawn shops, Goodwill. Also have my Hamilton book pickups. Right now, you see me, I'm going to the eye doctor. I'm going to the mall, one of my least favorite places to go. I have to get my eyes checked. But before I get into what I picked up at the pawn shops, Goodwill, Hamilton book, my 3D classic pick for the week, as well as my classic pick for the week. Not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these wild, weird individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, I like to share some of the things I've watched, either streaming, physical media, or actually live in the theater with my family. And I'm going to kick it off with some physical media. My first pick is a 2019 action biography crime thriller based on a true story. It's directed by, the name of it is Above Suspicion. It's directed by Philip Noyce, starring Emilia Clarke, Jack Houston, Sophia Lowe, Johnny Knoxville, and Austin, either Ebert or Ebert. This revolves around that's a rednecks, because the rednecks dealing in illegal drugs and this illegal activity altogether. And this one individual starts a relationship with an undercover cop, and it starts there. Wild story. Wild story is based on a true story. At the end, they actually have the real characters, the real people involved in this at the end, giving little excerpts or interviews. Wild story, very interesting. Sometimes the fact is actually stranger than fiction. So if you like those real life, true crime stories, and Johnny Knoxville actually did a decent job. He's a pretty decent actor. I have to give him the credit. Really decent, solid biography, action, crime thriller. So if you like that, pick up Above Suspicion. My next pick is a 2011 comedy drama, Terry. It's directed by Azazel, sounds like the devil, Azazel Jacobs, starring Jacob Wysocki, John C. Reilly. You might know him from Talladega Nights with Ferrell. Will Ferrell. You have Bridger Zadina, Creed Bratton, and Olivia Crosicchia. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Very unusual, quirky story. Terry is this either freshman or sophomore high school student who lives with his uncle who has some challenges. I don't know if it's Alzheimer's or what. They never go into detail, but it's more of a mood story. It doesn't really have like a beginning and end in the middle. It just kind of goes through this kid's struggle with being different in high school. High school is difficult as it is, dealing with his uncle who has his own issues, and just trying to navigate high school, being unpopular, and again, just trying to navigate through life. Very kind of heartwarming, touching story. Very odd bits of humor in it, though, but very heartwarming story. Really like this. If you like that kind of unusual, quirky, high school drama type of story, and John C. Reilly actually did a decent job in this. It's a comedy role, but a lot of drama also. It's just everybody's just trying to do the best that they can, and that's part of life. So, very cool story. Terry. My next film is a 2008 comedy drama, What Just Happened. This is directed by Barry Levinson, starring Robert De Niro, the man, I love De Niro, Sean Penn, Catherine Keener, Bruce Willis, and John Turturro. This is an odd movie. It seems like this was a movie, like it's an inside joke just for like the Hollywood elites. It just seemed like it had like a lot of inside jokes. It wasn't really laugh out comedy, laugh out loud, but it was just kind of smirking, kind of like, okay, that's interesting. De Niro is this producer trying to get this movie up and running. He's having some issues with the director because they don't like the way the movie ends. And it revolves around that and his relationship with his several ex-wives, his children, and the actors. So it's an interesting movie. It's a quirky movie. Again, it seems like it's an inside joke not really meant for the general public or meant for the Hollywood elite. So take that with a grain of salt if you decide to watch that, though. But interesting movie. My last movie is a 2017 action drama mystery thriller, Unlocked, directed by Michael Apted, A-P-D-E-D, Apt, starring Numi Rapace. You might know her from The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the original movies. Orlando Bloom, Toni Collette, John Malkovich, who I love John Malkovich. He's just being himself in this. And Michael Douglas. This revolves around Numi Race being this female agent who pretty much takes some time off because she had a bad mission that didn't go very well. And she's kind of thrust into a new one that she really is kind of forced into. Michael Douglas is kind of her handler, kind of her mentor. The story kind of has a femme fatale kind of that female agent flavor to it. It's been done before. It's a little cliche in parts, but decent action, nice little twist. I kind of saw the twist coming before it actually got there, though, but very solid film. So if you like that femme fatale, La Femme Nikita type of movie, this is a movie for you. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink, have a smoke, and I'll catch you at the other end of this video. back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. I have my Goodwill pickups. I have some pawn shop pickups from Cash America. I have my Hamilton book pickup. I have my classic pick for the week as well as my 3D pick. Give me a second. Let me get these scanned in and we'll jump right into it. Hold on. We're going to jump right into what I picked up at Goodwill. It's a Goodwill very close to where I have to slave every day, my 9 to 5. But on my lunch break, I happened to check this out. Oh, by the way, this is what I picked up at Family Dollar. Excuse me, out at La Familia Pawn Shop. Not a damn thing, though. But I did pick something up at Goodwill. I have the other Jaws movie with, I believe, Ashton Kutcher, but I haven't seen that. I haven't seen this one either. If you've seen either one, let me know which one you think I should watch first or which one you think is better. This is a Universal release. Yeah, Universal release. You have the Blu-ray and the DVD. See if the code still works. Nice slip cover. Paid $4. That's what I picked up at Goodwill. Now, what I picked up at my weekly watering hole, Cash America. This one I picked up by accident. I checked my CLZ Movies app. It wasn't in there. I thought maybe I just didn't have the Blu-ray, maybe the DVD. I actually had both. So I will be reselling this, but didn't pay a whole lot for it. So I'm going to actually sell it for more than I actually paid for it. So I'm not too mad about that. And very good movie, too, also. Guillermo del Toro, The Orphanage, and this is a Picture House release. New Line Cinema. The Orphanage. Next, this had no barcode. I couldn't scan it in. 3. If you've heard of this, let me know. It's part of a horror pack. Yeah, I can't even read. I don't know if Horror Pack is a distributor, but it's I think it's like a kidnapping hostage movie, 3. So if you've heard of this, let me know. I believe this is in the same, yeah, it's Horror Pack, but this one actually had a barcode on it. Against the Night. Don't know anything about this, but looked interesting. Don't know any of these people. Frank Wally, Luke Parasani, Josh Khan, Leah Holloran. Don't know any of these people. Against the Night. Next one, we have Shailene Woodley and Sam Claflin, Adrift. My wife says she's seen this, so it's not too bad. Guessing these one like deep water movies where people get stranded. I don't swim, so I don't foresee myself getting stuck on a boat anywhere, so, but that's me. Adrift, and this is a Universal release. They have the Blu-ray, the DVD, and we'll see if the code works. Adrift. Next, we have a Disney, I guess it's a classic now, Bambi 2. I mean, the first one's the original. I've seen the first one, haven't seen the second one. You have the Blu-ray and the DVD, Walt Disney release, Bambi 2. Happy to get this part of Disney Nature set. I think I have like 4 or 5 African cats, chimpanzees. They have one on penguins, polar bears. I can't remember all of them though. These are kind of like it's cross between maybe IMAX and National Geographic as far as the cinematography and the documentary of the different natural topics they have, usually animals or nature, oceans. Next, we have Sean Bean, Edith Redmayne, Redmayne, I guess. And I like Sean Bean. He's been in several major movies, Lord of the Rings, a couple action films. So this seems like a medieval film. So Haven't checked this out. It's a magnet release. So if you've seen this, let me know. Black Death. Picked up a couple DVDs. My man James Remar, Mario Van Peebles. I'm trying to think, was James and Remar in 48 Hours? I think he played Gans in 48 Hours, if I'm remembering correctly. This is an RHI release. It's like a criminal crime movie, thriller possibly. Sharpshooter. Next we have another DVD, Martin Short, Mara Wilson, Kathleen Turner. This is like the chick from the little girl from Madeline. Simple Wish. And this is a Universal release. And the last one from Cash America, another DC animation, Justice League, The Flashpoint Paradox. And this has the Blu-ray, the DVD, and we'll see if the code works. Flashpoint Paradox. And what did I pay for all this DVD and Blu-ray goodness at Cash America? I paid a whopping $18.29. So all this for $18.29, not including, because this is from Goodwill. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So less than $2 a piece. All right, let's jump into what I picked up at Hamilton Book. Next, we're gonna go with what I picked up at Hamilton Book, one of my favorite online places to buy DVDs and Blu-rays, mostly Blu-rays. We have Lazy Susan. I believe this is a Shout Factory or Spring Factory collection. Shout Factory. Or is it just Shout? I believe it's just Shout now. Some of these are just Shout Incorporated. Got my Wesley Snipes, aka my Johnny Blade, the real Blade. And Sublime Buy. I haven't seen anything, don't know anything about this movie, but it looks interesting. Don't recognize any of the names in here, except Matthew Broderick. See Sean Hayes, Jim Besh. I really can't see crap with my contacts on. I can only see things far away with my contacts, things close up. A little blurry. One of the disadvantages of getting old. Lazy Susan. Nice back art. And nice slip cover there, Lazy Susan. Next, I actually saw this online. There's a sequel to this. Didn't really want to watch this at first because I just could imagine Kevin James playing a villain. But he pulled it off. I'll give him his props. He pulled it off. Lulu Wilson, Kevin James, Joel McHale, Becky. And this is a Quiver release. I was trying to get more Quiver releases. I think I might have like up to 5 now. Becky. Next, I think this is out of print or is going out of print. This was one of his first big movies. Sean Penn, Rennie Stanton, Bad Boys. Not to be confused with the Martin Lawrence, Will Smith Bad Boys. I think this is actually prior to their movie. You basically have a troubled youth who gets locked up in basically juvenile department, and he's pretty much fighting for his life. The one scene I remember, and I haven't seen this in years, is the scene with the pillowcase and the sodas. If you've seen that, you know what I'm talking about. If not, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Go watch it and see. You have a young, raw Sean Penn. This might have been pre-Madonna or post-Madonna. I can't remember if he was married to Madonna before or after this. Bad Boys. Next pick, and I actually had this on one movies I watched for the week. I watched this with my wife, both The Quake and The Wave. This is a Norwegian disaster film. Don't freak out because Norwegian is actually dubbed in English also, so you don't necessarily have to read the captions though, but very cool disaster movie. This is a magnet release. Love the slipcover, the 3D slipcover. Dope, dope. The Quake. And winding down here, my classic pick, which I believe is also, if not out of print, going out of print. You have a young Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, Freddie Boom Boom, if you ever watched Welcome Back to Kotter. Brian O'Dell, Youngblood. I've never seen this. This is probably early 70s, late 60s maybe. And who releases? It's an Orion. It's an Orion release. Youngblood. And my 3D pick for the week, Der Superstorm or Seattle Superstorm in 3D. I think this is one of those asylum disaster movies. And this is my DVD Blu-ray Hamilton book pickup for the week. If you're familiar with the channel, you know the routine. I'm about to separate the disc from the artwork and get you good people on your way. Give me just a moment. I almost forgot I was actually getting ready to finish this stuff up and I left this one out. Fantasy Island. This is a Sony pick. Give me a second here. There we go. At the back, have the Blu-ray, no DVD, and the code. Now, let's wrap things up. And by the way, this is what I paid for Hamilton book. Lazy Susan, $3. Fantasy Island, $5. Bad Boys, $6. Youngblood, $7. Quake and Becky, $5. Now let's wrap this up. Almost everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app. C as in Cabin Fever. L as in Lazy Susan. Z as in Zodiac. Only ones didn't scan in, 3 and Seattle Superstorm. All right, let's knock this out. I have everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper place. As usual, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. If you made it this far, smash the like. Give me the big thumbs up. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone be safe. Deuces.